Right now, American Airlines has resumed flights after nationwide technical issues. The way it's affecting travelers here at home.
No empty bellies or bare Christmas trees, all because of a nonprofit and a miracle on 47th Street.
No snow, instead a hazy holiday ahead. We're watching a chance of some light rain. When to grab an umbrella.
KMBC 9 News at 5 starts now.
Christmas Eve travel got off to a bit of a slow start this morning for many travelers when American Airlines was forced to briefly halt all of their flights over what the airline is now calling a, quote, technical issue. The airline has since resumed flights, but the ripple effect is being felt throughout airports all across the country. Here at home, it was a busy travel day for moms, dads, and even animals at the Kansas City International Airport. Good evening. I'm Ed Evans.
And I'm Jamie Weiss. Most flights soared along without any interruptions. KBC 9's Krista Tatchell was among the thousands traveling today and shows us the Christmas Eve bustle at the airport.
Many families arriving all day long here at KCI, ready to kick off their holidays. It's an incredibly busy time here. Over 40,000 people expected to go through here today, and this isn't even the busiest travel day. KCI only had a small glitch this morning with a delay in an American Airlines flight where passengers had to briefly deplane and then they were on their way. Otherwise, departures were pretty smooth. Last month, over 960,000 passengers departed from KCI, and this month is on track to show some of those same numbers. Arrivals even allowed for many happy family reunions and hugs with grandma. So many here are ready to celebrate their holiday.
We thought it was going to be a lot busier, but the airport actually wasn't too bad. I mean, we did get there at 4 in the morning, so that was helpful. We were prepared. Our flight wasn't until 8:25 was when they started boarding, so we came pretty early.
It's really different this year with the Christmas Day falling right in the middle of the week on a Wednesday. The ability to make a long weekend out of it isn't really happening this year.
Now, the busiest days to travel will be December 27th and December 30th. So if you're heading to KCI and leaving from here, plan ahead. Krista Tatchell, KMBC 9 News.
KCI staff says they expect close to 100,000 people to fly in and out of the airport over the weekend. They're telling all travelers to plan ahead and arrive at least an hour before domestic flights. So we do want to turn now to our first alert weather. It's been a cloudy Christmas Eve, and it's looking like those clouds are going to stick around.
Yeah, meteorologist Pete Grigsby is in for Brian, tracking our holiday forecast for these next few days.
A lot of cloudiness and a lot of fog to deal with. We're going to have more of that come tonight and through tomorrow. Now, first alert live Doppler radar up and running, waiting for the rainfall to move in. That'll be more likely late tomorrow night into your following day, especially on Thursday and Friday. In the meantime, though, you're going to be dealing with some fog. And I say that because it's been that way since earlier this morning into the afternoon hours. We're talking about visibility less than a mile in some locations, especially north of the river there in Platte County, Missouri. A little farther southwest, though, a little bit of breaking apart there. Gardner, your visibility is at least up to 4 miles, but you kind of get the idea if you're going to be heading out this evening. Now, those of you in northwest Missouri, northeast Kansas, you have a dense fog advisory in effect now until about 12 noon tomorrow. So it's going to be even thicker the farther north and northwest you go from Kansas City. All right, so in the meantime, we kind of look at the cloud cover into the south and southeast. There's the rainfall. No rain expected for us tonight. Just a lot of cloudiness and the cold air kind of locked in. Beautiful shot of the plaza, the lights kicking on, but it's only 31 degrees. Our dew point at 29, wind speeds about 5 to 10, and we do have rain on the way. Details in our 9-day forecast coming up.
All right, thanks, Pete. Well, right now, Kansas City, Missouri detectives are investigating a baby's death as a homicide. First responders found 6-month-old Giovanni Carr unresponsive back in June near 53rd and Olive. Paramedics took him to the hospital where doctors found significant injuries. Giovanni died 5 days later. Police say they believe they've identified everyone involved, and they hope to have the case file submitted to prosecutors in the next few days. And in Wyandotte County, the KBI is investigating an inmate death at the Wyandotte County Detention Center. The Wyandotte County Sheriff's Office says at 7:15 Sunday night, 55-year-old Marcus Martinez was found unresponsive in his cell. Medical aid was given, but he was declared dead shortly after by EMS. That investigation is ongoing.
There's a new twist in the Idaho College murders case. Officials are now saying the suspect, Brian Koberger, was investigated in connection with an earlier home invasion. Body camera footage obtained by ABC News shows police responding to an alleged home invasion 1 year before the murders. Less than 10 miles from the home where 4 University of Idaho students were found stabbed to death. The victim says a masked intruder entered her Pullman, Washington home at 3:30 in the morning.
I heard my door open and I looked over and someone was wearing a ski mask and had a knife.
After an investigation, police determined there was not enough evidence to indicate that Koberger was involved in the burglary. But questions are growing as to whether the defense will try to use that to raise doubt in Kohberger's murder trial.
We have some good news at 5 o'clock for former President Bill Clinton. He is now out of the hospital. A spokesperson says he was being treated for the flu. He was admitted to MedStar Georgetown University Hospital in Washington, D.C. yesterday afternoon, this after spiking a fever. Clinton says he's touched by all the kind messages and the well wishes he's received. Right now, getting a drink at Starbucks may be more difficult in some places. Thousands of baristas walked off the job today, expanding their strike yet again.
We call the shots, we call the shots.
It's being called the strike before Christmas. Starbucks baristas expanding their strike to 300 plus locations nationwide on their fifth and final day. More than 5,000 employees from New York to Los Angeles participating.
We are fighting for better working conditions and better wages, as well as for them to give us adequate proposals for its employees.
The workers who began picketing Friday say they're short-staffed, have unpredictable schedules, unaffordable health care, broken coffee machines, and face harassment on the job and unfair discipline. Earlier this year, Starbucks workers United and the coffee chain announced they would work on a framework to reach a collective bargaining agreement, but that has not come to fruition.
Starbucks has made very little progress at the table, and we are arguing that they are bargaining in bad faith as a result.
The workers claim the raises the company offered do not meet the rising cost of inflation.
I've had to make those choices like, do I pay for groceries or do I get my medication?
In response, a Starbucks spokesperson calls the union's proposals, which include increasing wages by 64% and by 77% over a 3-year period, unsustainable. But some customers don't agree with the strike, especially during one of the busiest times of year.
I think it's great for people trying to stand up for themselves. I don't think it's the best way to go about it.
Starbucks has more than 10,000 stores across the U.S. They employ 200,000 people. The company says the strike is having a limited impact on its stores.
Well, thousands of Kansas City families will have a hot meal this Christmas thanks to volunteers at the Salvation Army. We were there as they packaged up the food this morning. Those meals will be delivered directly to the door of people in need. Organizers say it's about a lot more than just getting a hot meal.
For us to be able to package a meal and then deliver it is really a big deal because it keeps them fed, but also to see somebody on the holidays just to say Merry Christmas, Happy Holidays, I think that also brightens their spirits as well.
1,200 meals sets a record for the Salvation Army. It took 60 volunteers to pull it all off. A miracle on 47th Street took on a whole new meaning this Christmas.
It's an annual toy and meal giveaway at the Emmanuel Family and Child Center, but this year it almost didn't happen. KNBC 9's Mark Mobley shares the heartwarming ending.
Hundreds of families lined up picking out toys and gifts this Christmas. It's a sight that's extra special this year after a massive miscommunication almost canceled the event. Every year, the center receives toys from Toys for Tots to give to its students, many of whom come from low-income families. But a confirmation email went to a junk folder and the toys were given away.
I even said that day, I need a miracle on 47th Street. I need a miracle today. And ever since the story has went out, we have had a miracle. Families that go to the center have gotten toys like they've never gotten before. As you see, it's lined up full of children today.
After they pick out their toys, they come in here and get a hot meal and groceries to take home for the week. Reporting in Kansas City, Morgan Mobley, KNBC 9 News.
The center says it served 500 families this year.
And it was the night before Christmas when all through the house, not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse.
A holiday tradition returns, this special celebration with our very own Larry Moore.
Well, no lack of confidence here in the Steel City, where we talk to Pittsburgh fans why they say their team is going to skate right past the Chiefs on Wednesday.
And here in Kansas City, we're getting you prepared for not only more fog, but we do have rain showers on the way. But for this evening, temperatures holding steady in the low to mid 30s with a little bit of fog out there. Forecast coming up.
Exclusive First Alert live Doppler radar positioned at New Century Air Center, providing your fastest track as storms approach. KNBC 9 First Alert weather. Your station leading the way with coverage of what's happening right now and what's next. KMBC 9 News.
Right now, the Chiefs are on the road to finish out the regular season tomorrow. They'll be taking on the Pittsburgh Steelers for a Christmas Day matchup.
Yeah, KMBC 9's Dennis Evans is in the Steel City this afternoon, catching up with fans ahead of tomorrow's game.
Downtown Pittsburgh, it's Christmas Eve, and guess what people are doing? They're out ice skating. No, I'm not going to get out and ice skate with them, but I'm having a great time meeting the people here from this area. Now, you guys are not from Pittsburgh, but what are you doing out here on Christmas Eve?
We come to go to the Steelers game. Yeah, and we're spending the week here. Yeah.
And we hope to retire here.
You hope to retire
Absolutely,
here. You know
yeah.
what the Chiefs are hoping to do? They're hoping to retire the Steelers tomorrow.
No.
So I have to say this. Kansas City is known for barbecue. What's Pittsburgh known for?
Pierogies.
Pierogies. What's a pierogi?
Oh, it's dough with potato in the center. It's scrumptious and onions, fried onions on top, dipped in sour cream. The best you'll ever eat.
And where does one find one of these? It's brogies or pierogies?
Pierogies.
Where does one find a pierogi?
PNC Stadium sells them, as well as Asher Stadium.
All right, so for the Chiefs fans who are going to be coming out here, pierogies, make sure you get some pierogies.
Yeah.
Your prediction, before we go, got to get your prediction for tomorrow.
27-14 Steelers.
27-14 Steelers.
Yes, sir.
Okay, that's your Christmas present to us? Just beat us on Christmas?
Yes.
Okay.
21-20. It's going to be a close game.
It's going to be a close game.
As the Steelers always promise us a close game.
And you know what? The Chiefs win close games. So
I do love Taylor Swift, though. I hope to get a glimpse of her.
All right. That's what they like about Kansas City, and I'm really starting to like it here in downtown Pittsburgh. I wish the sun would come out, but you know what? I'll settle for maybe a glimpse of Santa Claus. In downtown Pittsburgh, Dennis Evans, KMBC 9 News.
Here's a look at the Chiefs' latest injury report. Defensive lineman Chris Jones and tackle Jawan Taylor are listed as questionable for tomorrow's game. Offensive tackle DJ Humphries and defensive back Jamari Connor are officially out for tomorrow. The Kansas City Chiefs have some holiday message ahead of the game tomorrow.
Yeah, they posted this video on X today wishing families, friends, and of course all of Chiefs Kingdom a Merry Christmas. Take a look.
Wish someone in your life Merry Christmas.
I want to wish Chiefs Kingdom a Merry Christmas.
I want to wish my future wife Merry Christmas, wherever she is.
Merry Christmas, Mom. To my brother T and my sister Amira and my dad.
Merry Christmas. Love you.
My wife Macy, Merry Christmas.
Merry Christmas, Kelly, Shayna, Madison. Merry Christmas, Poppy.
I would like to wish all my children
Merry Christmas to my family, everybody from East Summer High School, especially my teachers I had, and yeah.
Okay, I love the high school shout out. That was so sweet. Well, a Chiefs Christmas story, a special Chiefs Christmas story is premiering today ahead of tomorrow's game in Pittsburgh. It is called A Kingdom Christmas Story, Hail Mary. It features claymation versions of head coach Andy Reid, Patrick Mahomes, and Travis Kelce, and more. The 90-second short premieres at 6 o'clock tonight on the Chiefs YouTube and social media pages. A KMBC 9 tradition continues this holiday season.
Lots of traditions around here this time of year. Children and grandchildren of our staff sit down with our Larry Moore for the annual reading of the classic tale, 'Twas the Night Before Christmas.
And it was the night before Christmas when all through the house not a creature was stirring, not even a mouse. The stockings were all hung by the chimney with care in hopes that St. Nicholas soon would be there. The children were nestled all snug in their beds while visions of sugar plums danced in their heads. And Mama in her kerchief and I in my cap had just settled down for a long winter's nap. When out on the lawn there rose such a clatter, I sprang from my bed to see what was the matter. Away to the window I flew like a flash, tore open the shutters and threw up the sash. The moon on the breast of the new fallen snow gave a luster of midday to objects below, when what to my wondering eyes should appear but a miniature sleigh and 8 tiny reindeer. With a little old driver so lively and quick, I knew in a moment it must be St. Nick. More rapid than eagles his coursers they came, and he whistled and shouted and called them by name. Now Dasher, now Dancer, now Prancer and Vixen, on Comet, on Cupid, on Thunder and Blitzen. To the top of the porch, to the top of the wall. Now dash away, dash away, dash away all. As dry leaves before the wild hurricane fly, When they meet with an obstacle, mount to the sky. So up to the housetop the coursers they flew, with a sleigh full of toys and St. Nicholas too. And then in a twinkling I heard on the roof the prancing and pawing of each little hoof. As I drew in my head and was turning around, down the chimney St. Nicholas came with a bound. He was dressed all in fur, from his head to his foot, and his clothes were all tarnished with ashes and soot. A bundle of toys he had flung on his back, and he looked like a peddler just opening his pack. His eyes, how they twinkled, his dimples, how merry. His cheeks were like roses, his nose like a cherry. His droll little mouth was drawn up like a bow, and the beard on his chin was as white as the snow. The stump of a pipe he held tight in his teeth, and the smoke it encircled his head like a wreath. He had a broad face and a little round belly that shook when he laughed like a bowl full of jelly. He was chubby and plump, a right jolly old elf, and I laughed when I saw him in spite of myself. A wink of his eye and a twist of his head soon gave me to know I had nothing to dread. He spoke not a word, but went straight to his work and filled all the stockings, then turned with a jerk, and laying his finger aside of his nose and giving a nod, up the chimney he rose. He sprang to his sleigh, to his team gave a whistle, and away they all flew like the down of a thistle. But I heard him exclaim, as he drove out of sight, "Merry Christmas to all, and to all a good night." Merry Christmas, everybody.
Always great to see Larry here with that annual reading. By the way, we are tracking the big man in red himself, Santa, as he makes his way all the way around the world to drop off some presents. Looks like he's over an ocean, if I had to guess. NORAD keeps track every year, keep the kids updated when they are going to need to be in bed. Right now, Santa is heading to Ghana, where it is already nighttime there in Africa. So he won't be making his way to the U.S., though, for several more hours. We've been concerned with the fog. Rudolph will need to be ready, it seems like, tonight, Pete.
He will be. I mean, it's been worse than this. I mean, he's done it with fog and snow.
He's had blizzards.
Yeah.
And blizzards, see?
Yeah. He's like
this
the
is
Postal
nothing.
Service, rain or
Kansas
shine.
City, I got this.
Yeah.
He'll be here before you know it. But, you know, he can't dodge our radar.
Does he show up on the radar?
We're going to detect it. Yeah,
all right.
We are. But right now, there's no rain, nothing to detect, but we have it up and running. And looks as though we do have our rain chances increasing as we talk about Thursday and Friday. But right now, the story has been not only the cloud cover, but that fog, okay? It's been very dense, and especially earlier this morning through the midday. And some of the visibility is still less than 1 mile in the metro area. It's at least up to 5 miles in some pockets of downtown. As you go a little farther southwest, you're up to about 4 miles of visibility like in Gardner, Kansas. So if you are going to be heading out this evening, just kind of keep that in mind. You don't have to worry about dodging any raindrops, but it's just that fog's going to be kind of an impact for you. 31 degrees right now, our dew point at 29, relative humidity about 92%, wind speeds about 5 to 10 miles an hour. Look at the temperature contrast, though. There's a little pocket of colder air. It just kind of sags southward, and including Kansas City. But you go farther south, like Chanute, at 51 degrees. Areas like Wichita, 50. But farther north, Omaha, Sioux City, Iowa, 31, 29 degrees. Now, on the satellite image, it doesn't look too bad at all, but you got that low cloudiness and the fog right over Kansas City. The nearest rainfall is in southeast Missouri and northeast Arkansas. So let's take it one day at a time, talk about Christmas Day. We'll start out about 30 degrees in the morning. We're going to have some more fog to deal with tomorrow. I think it's going to break apart maybe just a bit in the afternoon, but not much. Expect a lot of cloudiness. Maybe a little bit of drizzle at most in pockets. Not everybody will get that. The high tomorrow about 43. Those of you southwest, Garnett maybe 47. Cameron about 43. The normal high for this date is 40 degrees, so we're still above normal despite the lack of sunshine, okay? And then a strong southerly wind will boost us up to about 50 degrees on Thursday. Okay, get my days mixed up. And look at future scan, 6 o'clock on Thursday morning. Look at this. A little bit of moderate rainfall moving just east of Kansas City. This is where our best chance of rain is going to be Thursday into Friday. Pockets of the moderate rainfall, and that's going to be well-needed rainfall. So we'll take whatever we can get until it boots out of here just in time for your weekend. Speaking of which, there's your Friday high, 53 with a few spotty showers left over. Saturday and Sunday looking good, mostly sunny, 55, 54. Monday and Tuesday also holding steady in the 50s and 40s. Our next chance, our main rain maker is going to be a week probably next Tuesday into Wednesday, but we'll keep a close eye on that.
Candy canes flying and floating microphones. The holiday celebrations happening right now in space.
So from all of us to all of you, Merry Christmas.
Yesterday, astronauts aboard the International Space Station took a few minutes out of their busy schedules to wish everyone on Earth a Merry Christmas. Each crew member will have time to chat with their friends and family for the holiday. They'll also share a special holiday meal with their crewmates. And here's a fun fact for you. The first crew to spend Christmas in space was the Apollo 8 astronauts back in 1968.
Well, we want to thank all of you who have donated to KMBC9 Cares for Kids. Because of your support, we've raised more than $600,000 over the last 2 years. All that money benefits 6 local nonprofits, including Lead to Read KC. The organization works with local school districts to help kids improve their reading skills. They use volunteer reading mentors to do this, who spend 1 hour a week reading with the kids. Studies have shown that if a child isn't reading proficiently by the 3rd grade, their chances of dropping out of high school will skyrocket. As part of our season of giving this December, we ask you to donate to Lead to Read or consider becoming a reading mentor. Scan that QR code on your screen right now to get involved or learn more about any of our Cares for Kids organizations. You can get all the information online as well at kmbc.com/community.
Tonight at 6, the Chiefs have touched down in Pittsburgh, and so have the fans. We'll check back in with Dennis after he found some red and yellow.
All right, the Chiefs, red and yellow, of course. Plus, pieces of sports history, each with a special meaning. If you need a last-minute gift, they're up for auction now. We've got those details tonight on KMBC 9 News at 10.
Fog for this evening. Fog will carry through tomorrow morning. A little bit of drizzle by tomorrow afternoon, high of 43, and a better chance of actual rain will be Thursday into early Friday. But the highs do break into the 50 mark, carrying all the way through the weekend. Does not feel like winter, does it? I mean, 40 is a normal high for this time of year, and there we are talking 50 starting with Thursday across the board. So there you go.
Yeah,
Merry Christmas, I guess.
Yeah, that's right.
So it's gonna be kind of a soggy days ahead, but we need the rain. We're in a deficit, still in a drought situation. So Santa will be just fine tonight.
That's right.
We'll be tracking them.
Yeah, you know, the time of year doesn't matter anymore. Kansas City weather's all over the place all the time.
That's right.
That is very
it's job
fair.
security for us.
That's right.
That's
that is true. That's
well, hey,
true.
Thanks for joining us. Hope you all have a very happy holiday.
We'll leave you with live pictures of Santa Claus right now as he makes his way all around the world. He right now is in Africa, heading to Western Sahara. We'll see you at 6.